I'm here with Clint Johns, Irvington High School, Fremont, California.
Hello.
You're a teacher?
I am a teacher.
Technology coordinator.
I am.
And you brought some students here at the recycling?
The students use technology for the strut competition, yes.
Thank you. And so you're teaching these topics. Tell me a little bit, why is this important?
Well, in our academy, we have an information technology academy, and we're focusing on how to take different skills that are necessary in the 21st century that are involving the business sector of information technology in its largest sense of the word, and utilizing that with competitions like the strut competition to get kids interested, because they like to compete in different venues and showcase different technical skill sets that they've learned throughout the school year. It also helps translate over into other scenarios, like at our school we have a group of students that work on maintaining computers, kind of like a help desk, so to speak. We don't have a formal name for it, but the skills that they're using in this competition translate directly over to the help desk that we have at our school site, and also leads them towards being proficient in their CTE class, as well as working towards a certification in that area.
So are kids getting jobs after all this said and done?
To be perfectly honest, I don't have data for you just yet on that particular topic. What I can say is that our Information Technology Academy has been around for the last 2 years, so we've been implementing grade level 1 year at a time, and we currently are up to the junior level. We do have students who are going into, I don't want to say workshops, so to speak, but more like conferences and conventions and things of this nature. There's one through the Silicon Valley Leadership Group in the SEMI Foundation. It's called Semi-High-Tech U. And students are going out into places like Intel with this 3-day workshop, and they're learning about all of the different arithmetic logic units and how do circuits work together, but they actually get to interface with business leaders, and then this translates into potential networking contacts later down the road. Senior year, we're implementing next year. The students are going to have a mentoring, job shadowing, internship component to their CTE class. So the students will use that as part of their capstone class. So they actually get to take what they've learned in the last 3.5 years, translate that into actual work experience, which they can then use for their final senior benchmark at our school, which is separate from our academy. But then, because they've been working in that business, it potentially leads them to something that they could do in the summer or work it later down the road. But honestly, at this moment in time, we do not have any data.
Okay, fair enough. If you had an opportunity, if you were king for a day, what would you like to see improved?
If I was king for a day, are we talking about in the world? Or
yeah, for your class. I mean, what would you like to see improved in CTE or general IT academy education?
Well, I think there needs to be a commonality in terms of student interest and student proficiencies as they enter grade 9. So we're actually working with our middle school right now to create a 7th and 8th grade pre-academy setup for information technology. So students need to have certain kinds of interests about careers and what they might want to do with that later down the road. Because right now, I'm teaching a grade 9 class, which is an introduction to ICT in general. And right now it's mixed between the students who want to be in our IT academy as well as students who are just taking it as an elective. It'd be really nice if we had a pure class of students who wanted to really be in the academy, so we can focus more on those types of career-oriented skills and goals. But we can't do that yet until we have the 7th and 8th grade program in place. It'd be really nice if that was implemented on a much larger scale, so that we would have a means by which to share different ideas amongst the 9th grade and the 7th and 8th grade curriculums as well, so we can get summer camps in place, get these work programs where people come from industry and come talk to the kids. I think that would be amazing, because once the industry partners are in place and they see it, this progression not only in 10th, 11th, and 12th, but they see this progression from 7th all the way to 12th and then leading into post-secondary. If they saw that much larger scale, perhaps they would lead to more possible sources of funding down the road. Because as we know, the CPAs don't necessarily have a sustained source of funding in the future. So if I was king for the day, I would like to see this much larger setup of more grades incorporated, but also a much larger funding structure to put it all in place.
Yeah, well said. We'll certainly appreciate that. We appreciate all that you do for our students here in California and for your time today.
Well, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future.
Keep up the great work, Clint.
Thank you very much.